All right, guys, I am coming to you this morning from the morning of my 40th birthday. Spent some time with the family this morning and just been reflecting a lot as I've completed 40 years of life, which some of you don't understand. I've realized that a lot of life is perspective. And as humans, we make decisions based on perspective. And more importantly, as dads, as fathers, as husbands, as men, we make decisions based on our current perspective. And I realized that I've been holding back from these podcasts, from these vlogs, from social media, from my own life because of my perspective. And I think as a man and as a father, your perspective tends to change a lot. And guys that tell you, oh, I'm the fucking alpha male and I weak mindset, all this, they're full of it. Because if you're a father and you're in tune with who you are, you're going to have days where the inside of your mind, your inner perspective is going to eat you fucking alive. And then you're going to have days where you're filled with confidence and power and can conquer the fucking world. And there's this roller coaster ride as a man, as a father, as a husband that you go through. And I know this to be true because these guys that are pretending not to have bad days, these guys that are pretending to have it all together and never lose and whatever, they're full of shit. I saw a post this morning and it just made me chuckle. Listening to life advice from somebody who was born with the number starting 2. So in the 2000s, or the guys that say, oh, we all have 24 hours in a day. But they don't have kids. It's just that type of mentality. But because if we're really being honest as men, there are some fucking tough days. And it's who we become to come out on the other side in a positive way. And so what I realized is what I've been holding back, it hasn't been intentional. It's just been like a revelation that I've literally just had this morning. And it has to do with perspective. And I've talked a lot about perspective. But it's the perspective of this. And if there's one thing that you guys can take away from any of this that I'm putting out there, I would say take away this. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what your circumstance is, but you need to have the perspective of who you want to become. You need to start acting accordingly to the dad that you want to be, not the dad that you currently are. To the man that you want to be, not the man you currently are. You guys get that? I need to act and have the perspective and do things to the man that I'm chasing, not the man I am today. If you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you need to have that type of perspective and do life that way right now. Because so many of us, we're in the perspective, we're in the mindset of who we are today. At this moment, at this place and time, and we tend to stay there. We tend to stay in this place and time. We have this perspective of everything that we're not doing or everything we perceive to be wrong or fucked up in our lives. And then we start and we keep making the decision to stay in that place. Because I'll talk with guys and they'll say, I'm just not ready yet. Or your timing's not right. Or I want to do this, but I can't afford it. There are so many different perspectives that I hear and I realize how wrong they are. And I fall into this category too. I've had such the wrong perspective at so many times in my life that it's kept me where I'm at. It's held me back. It's kept me in the place that I don't want to be in. Because if you guys would consider what your life would look like if you held the perspective of the man that you want to be at the present time, I guarantee you your life would get better. Because you're going to start to do things. You're going to start to develop the habits. You're going to have the imperfect actions that will get you to that place if you stick with that perspective. And the perfect example let's look at working out. Man, I'm tired. Then do it tired. Man, I don't want to do it. Great, but do it anyway. All dads are busy. but not all dads are productive. If you're a father and you're providing for your family and you're doing all these things, you're busy, bro, but that doesn't mean you're productive. So start having the perspective of the man that you want to be and start implementing the actions and the habits of what that man does. And we see it all the time. Like anybody that you would look at that's on a higher level than you are, you're never going to criticize them because they're not. They're doing the things that are making them be at that level. And for you guys that are shitting on those guys or talking shit about them online or saying, oh, they have it easy or, oh, they have better genetics or whatever it is, change your fucking perspective. Because if you're talking shit about somebody who's done something that you want, you're the fucking problem, not them. Your perspective is the fucking problem. Your fucking weak mindset is the fucking problem. You guys got to shift this perspective. That's why it's so profound. And there's so many times that I've realized that I need to shift my perspective too. I'm not on a pedestal. There are fucking days that I have to work extremely hard to beat out my mindset. Because the days that are hard, the days that you don't want to, the things that get in the way are going to be way more than the days that you're like, fuck, let's go conquer the world. So guys, as I wrap this up on my 40th birthday, I hope that in some shape or form, you've received value, you've received tools or practical things that you can apply to your life and go make your life better. Because that's my whole reason for doing this, is I just want to continue to help people grow and develop and make their lives better. So until we meet again, dominate daily.